Hey, kiddo.
I'm...
All right, it's not... Hello, my...
What are you doing?
Whenever Sarah was this nervous, I used to keep close. A look, a smile, a touch on the shoulder.
Why would she be
I don't know. I think I'll...
Good thing you're fireproof.
We about to light a bonfire?
That is...
Bummer.
The air.
He's...
Not always. But it feels...
What a waste of...
You know what this is?
No, but it will be a... any idea?
Not...
I think she's gonna yell at...
Why do you...
Nobody knows what this is about.
Not re...
I thought this is
The meeting?
no meeting out here. Why not the common?
What you doing, Charlie?
She didn't call this meeting lightly.
How do you know?
Because I've called me.
Such a charming location.
What, no predict...
As I have mentioned on many occasions, often in your presence, I can no longer... But what would you suggest? Waste my considerable talents on a glorified pep?
So you do know...
I have my...
Big news.
How can you...
I've known Sarah long enough.
You know how long
I didn't...
Robbie and I had plans?
I'm always wary of impromptu team meet.
Why?
It's usually when people get fired.
You have been...
Me? No. But I've had to...
I was hoping the collisions were just an indoor thing for you. Hello. Short notice.
What do you...
From the set of her jaw, some...
And also...
Hunter, is this...
There are bloodstains...
No. Not anymore.
Great spot for something bad to happen.
What...
Ominous meeting called together last minute in the middle of the night? If I get voted off the Abbey...
I dislike this. Why? We don't know what it's about. I dislike any...
Everyone's here.
You sound like you're hesitant.
That's because... I could use a moment to collect...
Take your time.
Thank you. All right.
We are all ready to hear...
Time to tear off the bandit. Thank you all for coming. Truthfully, I wasn't sure everyone would. And that's why we're meeting. The Hunter and I are working to stop Lilith and her master, Cathan. I'm not certain about the rest of you.
We're in this to the end.
Are you? I see petty rivals more concerned with scoring points off one another than stopping the mother of demons.
Whoa there, if anyone isn't pulling their weight, it's the Midnight Suns.
And if anyone's doing their own thing, it's the Avengers.
And the ringleaders prove my point. But I speak only for myself. So, I ask the Hunter, who is responsible for the dysfunctional state in which we find ourselves?
Every one of us bears responsibility for our failure.
Hey, I just got here.
Except for Logan.
I'm sorry. I'll try to do better.
And Parker. He is fine.
Oh, okay.
But the rest of us spend our time at odds. We have accomplished next to nothing since my return. Unless you count losing ground to my mother.
She will destroy everything you know, pollute all you love. In this, she and her followers are unified. To serve Lilith is to serve Cathan. If you don't pull the same direction, if you'd rather fight each other, we've already lost.
Look, the Midnight Suns are unproven. I will grant that they have potential, but we can't trust an apocalyptic threat to the Halloween teens.
We're all in our 20s.
Could have fooled me.
See? The Avengers underestimate their allies. You think they'll do otherwise for the Mother of Demons? If they're in charge, we lose.
You're both right. The only one who can lead us to victory is the Hunter.
Huh.
That's our Steve.
What do you say, Hunter? Are you willing to lead us against your own mother?
Only if everyone wants me to do it.
I can only speak for myself, but you already convinced me.
Just like that?
It's a heavy responsibility. I wanted to hear you say you're willing to bear it. We're your team, Hunter. Tell us how you plan to lead us.
I will bring the team together. As Caretaker said, we need to pull in the same direction. The bickering ends today. We have one goal. Everything else is a distraction.
Highly inspirational, boss, but let's get down to vibranium tax. We're all equal here, and it's obvious my team is first among equals. Look, there's no question these kids have heart. We can't do any of this without them. But this isn't our first apocalypse, and experience beats heart any day of the week. Boss, I need to know where we stand on this.
I can guarantee nothing for the Avengers but the toughest battle they have ever encountered.
We try not to rank them. It's more of an above a certain threshold kind of thing.
Then I guarantee a life above the threshold until Lilith is back in hell.
We can get behind that, right, Tony?
Sure.
We are all equals here. There is no first among us. We do this as one, or not at all.
Not to interrupt this feel-good moment, but what about us? It's no secret we were sidelined when Tony and the others showed up. Caretaker built our team to face this threat, but we've been pushed aside. I need to know that ends here.
If the Midnight Suns can stand beside the others, you have nothing to worry about. But I cannot play favorites.
None of us want that.
I do. We're the best.
Not helping.
I don't know, Nico. She's growing on me.
That's enough for tonight. I want all of you to reflect on what we said. If you'll excuse me, I need a moment with the Hunter. So that's it. We did what we could. Let's hope it works.
I had no idea this was coming.
Kiddo, you have no poker face. For the others to consider you as a leader, your reaction needed to be genuine.
Was Steve in on this?
No, but he respects you, and I had a feeling he'd speak his mind. If he hadn't suggested you take the reins, it would have been me.
I still do not see the point of all this.
They're finally thinking of something other than themselves.
That is all.
Tonight, we pulled the plunger and set the ball rolling.
Is that
In the 70s, Agatha insisted I pick up a hobby.
Why do I know about pin?
Perhaps it's the universe telling you to challenge me when...
Think I could take you?
No, you drain
Yeah?
What are you...
Kid, don't lose my...
I don't know if I agree with everything you said.
What do you...
This is the first time I've felt like I'm really... I get it, we're in this together.
I get what Steve sees.
Is that a...
With him, depends on the week. But wouldn't you? And I called it way before.
I don't know how to feel about this. I'm happy for you.
Why would it...
Huh. Good point.
Did you plan this with Caretaker?
No, Sarah spoke with...
What did...
About... Which was a mistake. She...
I could have...
For the team.
No, to watch you turn the Abbey upside down and shake it like tambourines. Next time, I'll bring popcorn.
Not what I
Is that...
Right now?
Congratulations.
It...
Of course. You've been leading the midnight...
Do you...
I do. A little advice?
This is...
It does not have to be.
Oh, no, I meant this whole time.
You do not need to treat me...
As you wish.
You do not have to call me that.
Yeah, I know.
There. Well, slap my ass.
I can...
There's a time and place for modesty.
If...
Better you than me. I wouldn't know leadership if it walked up and kicked me in my fun bags.
What exact...
It's where I store my kazoos and party poppers.
Never mind.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't tell you where to find my secret.
Now that you're in charge, I was wondering if you'd allow me to bring a few cadets.
Well, you would have...
She already told me no. Well, I assumed that's what she meant when she...
You certainly know how to speak.
You agree?
Of course not. But you stepped up, you laid it out. Figure I'll be there when... Yeah, you're the obvious target, so I'll slip past why they tear you. Still working out the kinks, but...
Don't know why I didn't see it.
You did not see me?
It never crossed my mind. Most leaders I've encountered... Steve doesn't, but he's also called Captain America.
So if I went by...
Oh no, don't call yourself that.
I didn't come here planning to put you...
You really think...
I know you can do this. And you have a great... So...
I'm so proud of her. And you, of course. Don't pout.
I should have told you about Agatha.
Hey, can I ask a favor? Ah, thanks, Hunter.
You have not set anything on fire today, have you?
You think they'll notice if I...
There you are, Hunter. Please join me when you have a moment. I insist.
Where in the hell are you, Blaze?
Lovecraft, Crowley, transcendental magic. I brought you here, Hunter, so we might reconnect with your roots. To remind you of who you are, where you...
Okay.
Not to sound like a self-help book, Hunter, but sometimes it's more about the journey. Keep striving to be the best version of the Hunter you can be. Except for that row of encyclopedias at the top of that...
What do you...
It's good to... He's always...
But the real question is...
I'm not sure I like...
You have to admit your track record for
Ah, you're talking about keeping the... It's not really a discussion. Logan kept a secret for Agatha now. It must have been... I remember because Agatha crimped her hair and shoulder pads had cast some strange... We looked quite ridiculous. Well, happy until a rather disturbed coven of witches...
What did you...
Oh, I see. You think I did. It was Agatha. See, the Salem Seven were her grandchildren by her son Nick.
They tried to kidnap their grandma?
They felt she had betrayed which kind by choosing to live among humans and came to drag... Logan was staying with us when they... He hid us in a secret passage and refused to tell them. He kept our secret and fought them off. Without him, they would have...
If it came down to it, I am sure...
I'm not so sure about that. I would have been outnumbered, just... Speaking of dysfunction, I do trust you, you know. Even though...
Something like...
Common ground.
Where in the hell are you, Blaze?
Hunter, got a big problem, not sure how to fix it.
Slow down, Peter. Tell me what happened.
Okay, Eddie left me a note. Real ominous stuff. Said he knows where to find the ultimate answer. Look, I've seen Venom in dark places before, but this? I'm worried he and the symbiote have hit a breaking point.
I will help you find him.
That's just it. I looked everywhere. Unless he crawled into the forge, he's not in the Abbey.
He's not in the Abbey.
Exactly my point.
He asked me to open a portal, so I did.
Where did you send him?
A church.
Where Venom and I fought in the bell tower?
Yes?
Hunter, that's where Venom was born. We have to go, right now.
All right, Peter. I will follow your lead. Ileana, could you...
Open a portal. Fine. But no more piecemeal trips. You must all return together.
That's the hope.
You're going to the church where Venom was born?
Yeah. That's where I shed the
As soon as day...
What's going on, Ed?
Got to thinking. Mephisto said I would find what I seek where it all began. Gotta be here, right?
I guess this church is the place where I lose things, and you find them. Any luck?
Whole lot of nothing.
What's eating at you?
I caused a mountain to hurt. In the name of some... freaky demon lady?
Lilith. She controlled you, Eddie.
She didn't do all this. I did. Look around. I'm never gonna clean this mess up. Never gonna make any of this right.
You don't know that.
You know me. I screw everything up. Maybe I deserve this curse.
My Aunt May says the easiest way to let the darkness win is to do nothing.
Yeah, well, I don't have an Aunt May. All I get is this. Whole lot of watching someone else get to be the good guy. Must be nice. You okay, Parker?
I gotta say, something's setting my spidey sense off. Kinda jacked up to maximum overdrive here.
It's all about boundaries, Parker. Gotta put that thing on mute sometimes.
Maybe someday, but this is different. It feels like...
Vampires.
You got my back? I got yours.
Brothers in vamp slime. Let's do this.
You were onto something after all, Venom.
See, you both had the right instincts.
We are bound to this place.
I never realized you're that sentimental.
Enough shallow attempts at bonding. We have work to do.
I can't believe my ears. Now he's the responsible one.
All right, I'm focusing.
Been on the wrong side of that move before.
Take that!
You were too weak for this fight. Your time has come. Your mother abandons you. Feel my call.
We pick you.
Why would there be new breed vampires here of all places?
Too big. Mephisto toys with us.
You constantly attract the wrong kind of attention.
That's the life of a superhero.
I'm impressed. Once again, Lilith's servants fall. Their time.
Close. There are more of them than ever.
Don't get overwhelmed. Eliminate the weaker vampires before they transform.
How it works.
Easy, killer. She's just trying to help.
Ready.
Return to your mother.
Good work. But it won't get any easier where you're going.
After you, Eddie.
After us.
These catacombs are older than the church. Look, hemolisks.
We are looking down. Could be eating.
This could be the source of the whole vampire infestation.
Uh-oh, that's not a small entrance.
Infestation. Infestation.
Prince of Darkness?
Wait, you mean...
The father of death.
So to be clear...
The Impaler.
Humanity itself is the infestation. You insect.
Okay, first, arachnids aren't insects. Don't feel bad. It's a common misconception. Second, love the costume. Seriously, I dressed like you last Halloween.
That is no costume.
Crab.
Some for the rest of us.
Oh, this should be good. Maybe, I don't know, you should have asked Lily for cooler outfits?
Behold the light's gift. I feel more like myself every day.
Just a taste of my mouth.
Feeling lucky, punk? Man, why do you have to be a bad guy? It's so many...
Aren't you the inquisitive child? But what do they say? Curiosity flays the cat? We told you that wasn't us!
You do not know who I am, do you?
Why are you really here? What could Mephisto do? He will free us from your bloodthirst.
And don't forget about Lilith's corruption.
The mother of demons. Well, now I understand your desperation. Then you know.
Okay, that was pretty cool.
Enough of this! We've got this!
On my count!
I am ready.
We are also ready.
1, 2,
3!
I understood that social cue.
My children, you think this stops my plans? Today, your only gain is an immortal enemy.
Much better. Now, could someone give us a lift out of here?
Another deal, then?
No!
No.
Yes! No? Pity.
So, aside from the soul hoarding thing, what is the devil's beef with Dracula?
He broke his agreement. But I am pleased. We are not! You have made progress. I look forward to what comes next. Eddie can stay Eddie for now. Not to worry. I'll see the rest of you very soon.
I believe you were once rivals. Today, I fought beside partners.
I guess you're right. It felt good working with you, Eddie. For the first time in forever, I didn't think the symbiote was preparing to devour one of my organs.
Yeah, we really sent Dracula packing, huh? And it's a relief to have Mephisto off my back.
You're a free man. What's the plan now?
Yeah, free.
Eddie? This is the part where you say, I'm gonna eat 2 pizzas and sleep for 11 hours. At least, that's what I'd do after a big battle. But knowing the old Parker luck, that's when I'd stumble into a battle with Doc Ock.
Eddie, is everything all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. And I will be fine. Completely free of Lilith's control. It almost doesn't feel real.
Do you want one of us to pinch you?
Joking!
Did you see Dracula take off?
Did you read?
Of course.
It would almost be worth getting mixed up with Mephisto again just to relive that moment.
Anyone who has a thing for vampires hasn't actually met one.
Come on, Eddie. What could Mullet Fisto possibly...
Dracula can only run for so long. We'll get him.
Good girl, Charlie.
I don't know.
I hope...
Dracula?
Eddie.
You've been so busy. I haven't processed what I did under...
What can I do?
That's just it. I've killed before. I can't pretend I'm above that, but...
You see your victim?
The worst of the faces I don't remember.
My mother did not send you to care for orphans.
A gift, huh? Anyway, thanks for checking in. I may have lost a step, but I promise.
I can't believe that actually worked! Did you see Dracula's face when he pulled the whole church down on his egg?
Coming to book.
Meet you.
Let's head over.
Yeah?
Welcome to book.
I'm gonna pretend that was an accident.
I didn't realize Steve... I really should have read this when he first...
Whenever I read this book, I can still hear...
If you haven't already, I'm good at... Before we start, I want to welcome Logan to the book club. What did you think of the book?
I didn't read it.
Okay then, guess I'll start. Steve, I really enjoyed this book.
What stood out to you?
I know people have different approaches to leading others, but I never considered what drives them to do so. Take Custer. He led from the front and was mostly loved by his troops, but his drive for... Eventually, Custer picked a fight he couldn't handle. His recklessness led to the death of himself and every soldier he commanded.
His mistake was making decisions to elevate his own standing instead of his troops.
Makes sense. The better they do, the more he gets credit for... I think the biggest lesson, beyond don't be Custer, is that an outsized ego...
Also, you can't just get through life with a pretty face.
I thought you didn't read the book.
I didn't, but I picked things up from context.
I learned more about George Washington from this book than anything I was taught in school.
Yeah, that surprised me as well.
Before this, I associated him with statues, paintings, and the dustiest parts of American history. But here we see a military leader whose personal ambition was the victory of his army. He was clear. Washington led from the top, though he kept counsel with various advisors.
For less capable people, that sounds far too...
Yeah, I find it's best to leave some wiggle room. Give your people objectives. More than anyone else in the book, Washington believed true leadership is a
And that's where the book gets its title?
Right. The mantle of authority. It's something that augments you.
Which brings us to our final profile.
We really don't have to do this one.
And now I'm interested.
Steve, how long have you bugged me to read this?
Not because of the chapter on me. You all know General Phillips selected me for the Super Soldier program. For a time, he commanded me in the field. He was kind to say I led by example. Maybe that's how it used to be. But the Avengers isn't a military organization. To get anything done, I need the group's consensus. I can't give pretty speeches about the need to sacrifice.
You could order me a pizza.
Nope, we're too far.
That is a shame.
You're not wrong. That's how I used to... But I find little enjoyment in...
All right, we'll call it here. Next month is... Hunter, do you have any books to suggest?
None from the past few centuries.
Then Logan could pick the next one.
Sure. The Adventures of Crash Morgan number 5, The Last Queen of Deimos.
What is that exactly?
It's about a space explorer with a ray gun, a jetpack, and a fishbowl helmet. Travels through space with a robot dog. They get in wacky adventures.
That's a classic. A buddy of mine had that in basic.
I'm always up for space nonsense.
I'm not, but that's the book. I'll give it a shot.
I'm not sure why Logan joined book club if he's not going to read the...
You are not required to...
Come on.
I'm actually surprised.
Why?
Steve can take a compliment, but he's uncomfortable with praise.
What did you...
Well, the punch is decent.
What I meant...
I just told you.
Well, at least Logan showed...
You did not think...
I wasn't sure he'd be into book club. And I don't...
The name alone had...
Maybe you're right.
You welcomed a resurrected demon slayer into your life.
Can't argue with... When you first joined, I wanted you to keep an open mind about book club.
Good call.
You...
I am taking...
Good...
Every encounter with an... What do Sin and Dracula get out of their unholy alliance?
I have a theory.
Go for it.
Whatever Sin and Dracula are planning, they are not... It could be a sorcerer, a witch, or maybe...
I can do without a mystery villain. Whatever the actual reason, the outcome is always expand the power of... Putting aside that you came face to face with actual Dracula, that place could have generated half the city's police force.
As Robbie would say...
He might say something slightly different, but...
We took a pawn out of my mother.
And it seems... Still, I have this feeling in the pit of...
Yeah.
Anything else?
What do we know?
Honestly, if Blade didn't vouch for it, I wouldn't... There's so much information about Dracula that it's hard to know what's fact.
Good to see Eddie is working through his demons.
Hunter.
Hey, can I ask a favor? Oh, thanks, Hunter.
You know, I've been thinking, Hunter, and have come to the conclusion...
We do...
Yes. We're practically a two-person team here. So, you got a favorite...
If we are going to create a theme song, then...
Oh, like that television show about crime fighting?
Exactly.
Okay. Hunter and Spider-Man! Hunter and Spider-Man! One is a hunter, the other Spider-Man. So...
Is that not the same song people sing at a...
Yeah, I know. It's not... In the meantime, I was wondering...
What other thing?
Me joining... I don't know if you remember, but you said I need to prove myself to the Suns.
I have been thinking about this, Peter, and...
Too good. Is this...
That is...
I consider the Suns to be my... Let me be the judge of whether or not I'm too good. Till next time.
Gage.
I don't say this lightly.
Hey, Hunter.
Should I?
No, this is good. You know, jokes. Trying to keep everyone on their I hid Cap's America's #1 dad mug.
You could.
Oh, yeah?
You could replace the communal coffee with the stuff.
I'm in.
We will give them a week.
And take credit for your idea? So long as it's simple and in good fun.
Keep it.
Finally! I'll need some time to recover.
Curious.
Always on the hunt, right?
Now that the Hydra vampires have my prototype sample, I've no doubt they'll attempt to create their own sunlight serum.
Mass produce it, more like.
But where would Hydra vampires go to mass-produce sunlight serum?
Somewhere familiar to them.
How about a Hydra facility that makes the gamma goop they put in their blood?
Yes, I'm gonna go with exactly like that.
How about one sending a distress signal about a vampire invasion? Might be a good place to start.
Mass production of my prototype sample is a nightmare to life.
Do you ever regret creating your sample? Has Hydra turned upon itself?
No, this is biology. It is a vampire's nature to betray the living.
Excuse me?
Oh, but not mine. I differ on a biological level.
Relax. It was a joke.
Sin. I should have known you were behind this.
Hold them off. We need more time. Go. Feed upon them. Let their veins bleed rivers.
If we can disable those terminals, at the very least we can slow their efforts to reproduce the serum.
But we need to protect the server to access the data ourselves.
Correct.
And I thought technology was supposed to make our lives easier.
They're intent on attacking the server. We must stop them.
This usually works. Being a fascist wasn't good enough, huh? You had to get into demon worship too? Watch closely.
You have earned this.
too weak for this fight. Not bother.
Arm up for reinforcing.
I'm sure you've all realized what will happen if these vampiric Hydra forces lose their vulnerability to the sun.
A lot of innocent civilians are going to pay the price, and we can't allow that.
Your sincere concern for the guiltless is inspiring.
And your lack of empathy for them is disturbing.
It is too late for you. An intriguing advancement.
Your mother abandoned.
Aw, you guys are so adorable thinking you can beat us.
By her command. Arm Beta moving into position.
At least my mother knows how to keep her minions in check.
As much as she'd like to pretend, Sin doesn't hold the same sway as her grandfather, much less Lilith.
Does it matter? She has enough resources at her disposal to be a problem.
My prototype is here. We must recover it.
One more batch. Secure it. Quickly now.
So we finally have the opportunity to settle our grievances personally.
You're surprisingly enthusiastic for someone marching towards their end.
And you are shockingly confident for someone who dares tread on the work of a superior intellect.
Enough talk!
I'll give it a whirl.
It's only temporary.
You guys really don't know what you're in for, do you?
Is this what you had hoped for?
Now you will see! You are not my
They must be getting desperate.
This facility is quite impressive. If only it weren't being used for such twisted ambitions.
That's Hydra in a nutshell.
Nothing of the great works achieved by Hydra. This will be our resurgence.
I've heard that before, too.
You should have been more... No change in plans, it seems.
Here we go.
I shall never cower.
I'm waiting.
I smell
Our long wait is at an end. Our time has come.
Ow! Quit it!
Regroup and await reinforcements.
Soon, the forces of Hydra will rule the day as well as the night. None will stand in their way.
It's important they see you maintain an inspirational outlook in the face of overwhelming defeat.
I will make you suffer!
As a child, I feared the servants of Lilith. Now I teach them to fear me.
This won't take long.
I'm impressed.
Support units on the move.
There's enough of that serum down there to turn their entire army into a daylight vampire scourge.
And it will be
You're a bit unstable. I had no idea your delusions of grandeur were this grand.
called.
I've been waiting.
They cannot possibly match your strength. Consider it done.
Just luck. I'm constantly reminded why I should be grateful we became allies.
Once again, Lilith's servants fall.
You've left me no choice.
This world has a new apex.
You really want me out of the picture?
Awaiting reinforcements.
Not that you need any reminders from me, but I wouldn't spend any more time down there than you have to.
We're working as expeditiously as we can. Be my victim. A futile effort. They're particularly fascinated with me.
Return to your mother. You were unprepared.
I'll take that.
Your prototype sample?
Indeed. And now to destroy the sunlight serum. But it's not all here, is it?
Of course not. We manufactured so much, all transported off-site before you even arrived. This is the final batch, a reserve. I am a wolf in the night. The yapping of a mangy cur does not concern me.
Tell me where you brought the serum.
Watch that temper, little mutt. You don't want to lash out and bite the ones you love.
Tell me!
Where else, you pathetic counterfeit? I delivered it to the Lord of Vampires.
You don't know what you've done.
Oh, but I do. Dracula, my master, has enough sunlight serum to supply an army. And there's nothing you can do to stop him.
Hey, Hunter. I saw Morbius heading toward Hunter's Folly. He looked distressed. Can you make sure he's not about to lose control? If I go out there, it won't be to talk.
Feels like the team is a magnet for damaged people. It's why we need a beer.
Hello, my sweet girl.
Hunter, hello.
New York has the best. I came out here to be alone.
Are you sure being...
Blade sent you to check on me, didn't he?
Is he...
Of course not. And I can't promise...
I do not wish to fight...
That is
what...
They stole my work. There is an army of vampires ready to cut loose on the world.
You could not have known that Dracula would...
No. But I should.
We will fix...
You're right. Wallowing in self. Oh, and Hunter.
If you think you're bad, you should have seen what happened when Tony sat on the hood of Robbie's head.
Whose? Tony's or...
The Hellride.
Wow. Well, I would love her.
Actually... How well do you...
Not long ago, she approached me and offered to fund my research. I tend to keep a low profile, so if I'd known one of those connections was Dracula...
Your contempt for sin seems...
She manipulated me. I created this serum.
Sin works with Hydra.
That is still a bit of a mystery to me. Sin covets leadership, but she is also drawn to...
I should let you go.
I'll just be here.
Blade?
Hey, you think Morbius's serum changes how vampires taste?
Anything?
I don't like how Morbius is acting.
Was running a search for our new pal Blaze's location, and all of a sudden, this happened.
Equone credite tucri.
Latin?
Do not trust the horse Trojans. Carol, just what type of search were you running? There. It's a message. Well, more like a bad dad joke from beyond the grave.
Howard?
His research files. Whenever there's any unauthorized access, the Trojan Horse program activates, and... bingo. There's our little thief right there.
The Southwest. That cannot be a coincidence.
Tony, did Howard do this to all his files?
Oh no, only the good stuff. The really juicy stuff.
How juicy?
Well, I'll give you two guesses, but you'll only need one. A big green one.
Gotta admit, I'm super curious to find out what Bruce has been digging up in the old files.
Lilith plans to use it against us.
Find out what Banner is searching for in the Stark files, then get back here.
We got this, Sarah. I know how to handle Bruce.
He's fallen on...